now. Hey everyone, welcome back to my design series built by tamsyd. I thought I'd just show you guys a really quick video and give you some specs on, this is one of the first houses that I ever built. I've just got a little creative server that I have going and it's snowing. What is going on? So let me just fix that first. That is so weird. With the new 1.7 updates on Minecraft, oh my god, there's snow everywhere. With the 1.7 update on Minecraft, this is actually extreme hills. This is the biome that I'm in. So yeah, it snows. Wasn't meant to, really weird timing, but not much we can do about it. So I'm just going to set the time to 0, even though it pretty much is. So you'll notice I've got a huge wall on this side, and that's because I built another design right next to it, and I don't want to show you guys on this video. I want to do a separate video about that, so sorry, no spoilers on this one. So this design, as I said, was one of the first ones I'd ever done. It's quite small, quite compact inside, but it's got a pretty good basement underneath, which I want to show you guys, and I'll just go through the materials that I've used. So let's just drop down. It's not huge in terms of length and width, so for the outside it's 20 blocks in length, and for width here it's 12 blocks, so it's not huge. You could build this in a real world depending on what you've got around you, like trees and hills and water and all that sort of stuff, but it's not too big even for the outside. And this is all just jungle wood because I like the colour and the texture, and this is still Flows 1.7.2 resource pack, and this here is just sandstone, but I really like the texture. It looks kind of tiled, and it's a nice light colour, so that's what I've gone with. So let's go in and have a look. Here I've just put some upside down stairs because if you had full blocks here it's quite enclosed, so I just wanted to give it a little bit more of an open feel, not too heavy when you're walking in because it's only too high. So they're just upside down stairs and the rest are normal blocks. So let's go in. So you can see it's a fairly high roof between the levels, but it's not a very wide space. You haven't got a lot of room to put furniture, like if you were to try and put couches and all the additional sort of stuff, you really wouldn't have much room to put any of that. I've just got a little bench here which I made with jungle wood blocks and then half slabs. I actually originally had it extended out to here, but there was at night time the block light was only at 6, which if you were playing in vanilla mode you'd have stuff spawning everywhere, so I thought I'll just fix it up and put some glowstone lamps or torches, whatever you want to call them. I've got a couple of glowstone blocks here and I'll explain when we go upstairs why they're actually there. It does look a little bit odd. I don't mind the odd sort of blocks here and there, so I've kept it that way, but look, if you really wanted to, you could potentially like, oh, will it let me? No, it won't because it's half slabbed. You couldn't even do that. If you wanted to, you could not have those blocks there, but I'll explain why they are there when we go upstairs. These are just item frames with blocks of emerald, and I've got my blocks of diamond here. With the chests, I thought I'd put them into the wall space because if you're trying to put a whole lot of storage areas, sometimes if they're sitting outside it can take up a lot of extra space. So in this case I've just built them in. This is just a stair block. This is another stair block, but it's upside down. So it just helps to keep them open, because if you had a normal block here it actually wouldn't open the chest, so that's why I've put them here. And it fits in a little bit better. It doesn't take up as much space because it's in the walls, whereas if you just had chests sitting outside you'd obviously lose a block space here. I'll explain that in a second. It's actually the entrance to the basement, but it looks a little bit odd, but we'll go down and have a look in a minute. So this is just like a little entrance bit. There's only one level upstairs, and I've just got 3 individual posts here for the staircase, and I haven't used half slabs, I've just used normal blocks, just because we want to get upstairs quickly. We don't have a really big area, like with the treehouse design we could go around and around and have multi-levels. With this, if I was to use half slabs it would take quite a while to get around, so to get up to another level anyway, so that's why I thought I'd use these blocks instead. and I've just got the glowstone and glass like I normally do to keep the space nice and bright. I haven't closed off this. I was going to, but when you're actually outside the building you can see in, and it just seems a bit more clean, so I haven't put another post up here, but you can do it if you want to. So let's go upstairs. So all this lovely snow everywhere. You can see outside and it all looks pretty good. Keeps it open. It's not a lot of glass, but it still lets light in, so I'm pretty happy with that. I was going to put blocks on top of here, and I did, but it actually didn't let as much light in, made it a bit dark over the glass, even though you've got glowstone. Oh, I don't even have glowstone down here, but you'll see it in a second. By closing it off there, it actually makes it quite dark. So I thought I'll just have some open space here, and you can get some more light in, because I like my natural light. So this is the only floor really that we've got. As I said, it's quite small. Like the inside specs, it's lengthwise it's 11 blocks and width is 8. So it's not really a very big space. You can't put a whole lot of stuff here. I've just got a couple of normal beds. I haven't done the usual half slabbing around that I would normally do, because yeah, there's just not enough room for it. It would take up all of this extra space, and I wanted to keep it as simple as possible really in this area. So I've just got a couple of beds. These are just dyes, but it looks really different in this texture pack. So where was it? I think it was down here. So you can see here, this is what the dyes look like. So I thought I'd just put some in frames to mix things up a little bit. You've got the jungle wood half slabs, just to keep it fairly open for a roof rather than too thick. And I'll go around the outside and show you anyway what it all looks like. And here, just to give a bit of a different pattern, I thought I had originally just your plain blocks all the way around, but it looked really, really plain, and I thought I don't want to put all these. Usually sometimes I might put shelving and things like that, but it was just, that was too much. I just wanted a subtle look, but to break it up a little bit. So these are just stairs, upside down stairs, and here for the corners I've just placed it with my cursor right there, just to curve it around a bit so it's not sharply cut off. Gives a little bit of a softer edge to it, but it still just adds a little bit of pattern in a space that's really confined. And once again, I've just got the chests in the wall here. You could do it all the way across if you wanted to. You could stack multiple ones all the way up, but with the design of the house, I've only done it 1 block thick. So what you can do if you wanted to put multiple chests, you could do like a 2 thick wall and then have them sit inside. And I've only done the one because I'll show you outside. There's actually well, I need to get another chest. There's just a jungle wood block set of blocks here, and it looks a bit funny, but I'll show you what it looks like on the outside. That's why I haven't done it all the way around, because that's just a little bit of a pattern on the external wall. So this is it just for the room. I've got the glowstone here, and I've also got the glowstone here, so that's why it looked a bit funny downstairs, because I had the glowstone blocks here. But because this is half slabbed, you can't actually cover the glowstone under there, but potentially if you didn't want to half slab this, you could just put full blocks and that would be fine to cover the space anyway. And I've kept all of this bit open as well, just so you can get heaps of light in all the time. So let's go down to the basement, because I like this. It looks pretty cool. This entrance though, I'm a little bit funny with. I'm not sure whether to change it or not. If I was to change the way I was going to enter in, I'd have to redesign underneath as well. So I thought, look, I'll show you guys what it looks like from this view, and then, you know, love to hear feedback in terms of if you think I should change it, if I should do the entrance from a different position. Just let me know what you guys think. So let's go down. You can already see the water. So here, I don't want to show you too much to start with, so I'm going to sort of curve it around a little bit. This bit here for the staircase, just I thought I'd have a little bit of nature happening in the house, because it is really sort of, I don't know if it's the right word to use, but it can be quite sterile if you're using just a lot of plain blocks and you're not putting any water or plants or any other colours in it. Just having the two-tone of the jungle wood and then the sandstone blocks, it can look a bit plain after a while and get a bit overwhelming. So I thought I'd break this up. This is kind of like a special little area, a little bunker downstairs. So just normal jungle steps, and then I just put a bucket of water just on that block there so it flows down, and then I filled up the rest of it so it's all even with some sand and some sugarcane. You can see I've got a little bit of string here. That's just really good tip from hubby, from Picky Gamer, was you can actually set them at different lengths, so they, like if you put one block in, it'll just grow up to 3 and then that's it. But what you can actually do, if you want to have them permanently at different levels, you can put a little bit of string on top of it and that will stop it growing, so it'll just keep them at different levels, which I like, just breaks it up a little bit more. And I originally did have glass here lined up with some glowstone, but it was just a bit too much, as I said, because it's a really small space. Having all of that glass there, I mean, you could still see through and that was fine, but it just seemed a bit too much, so I got rid of all of that. So let me know what you think of this section. This is my little work area. So I've got 4 chests here. Sometimes I cook multiple things at once if I've got iron going and then food and gold or whatever. So I thought I'd get the 4 chests and line them up evenly against here. This bit I like too. It just gives the illusion, I guess, of a bigger space. These are just upside down stairs again. I really got into doing the whole upside down stairs thing, so it's pretty frequent in this design. Just half slabs of sandstone with a nice anvil, couple of brewing stands, and I put the workbench inside. A lot of the time I stick it externally, but this seemed to fit pretty well where it's centered right in there. You can still access it as per usual. And then I've just got my single-ended chest. And here I've got the chests lined up again, and you can see they're all in the wall. And I put glowstone behind here because what it can do, it can light up the area without having to put torches and stuff around. It obviously doesn't light up as much as it would if you had it sitting externally with nothing around it, but it just gives a little bit of light without having to put torches and stuff everywhere, or more glowstone blocks, depending on if you go to the nether and how much you get. So just additional storage space, and just to break it up a little bit with a post in between each one. If you'd watched Picky Gamer, my hubby, if you'd watched any of his videos on his channel, he was doing a Jurassic or Triassic Park series, and I was doing a bit of designing for him on that one, and I set it up a similar way, not with glowstone obviously, but with the chests in the wall. So once again, it's just your normal stairs and then upside down stairs up here. So it keeps it nice and open. You've got adequate storage space, and the glowstone just keeps it lit up really nicely, so I do that occasionally in designs as well. This here is my enchanting table. You don't need to have the amount of bookshelves up there, but if you were to do it on real mode anyway, you've got to get the leather and the paper and make all the books. So I just did it because it goes up to the roof level, keeps it nice and even and clean looking. So and this will still give you, I think I've enchanted everything, this will still give you level 30 anyway, so I'm not gonna enchant stuff, but yeah, so level 30. Yeah, sharpness 4, nah, nothing special. And then this bit, I really like this bit. This is a nether portal. So I thought, rather than having external nether portals, like I know my hubby and I, we had a server that we were playing on, and it was when we first sort of started, and we'd built houses and roads and all that sort of thing, and we'd had this nether portal built on this hilltop near our houses, and it's fine to have it on the outside, but I thought, look, if I'm going to build something like this and I'm going to play it in real world, I may as well put it in the house, rather than, if I wanted to go at night time, I can just go straight through here, rather than going outside and seeing zombies and skellies and all that sort of stuff. So this is just an idea. You don't have to put these blocks around it, but I wanted to really fit it in, so you can show the obsidian if you wanted to, but I kind of like the neat look of it inside, and I've just put sandstone blocks behind it. So that's what I've done here, and just given a little bit more dimension by building it out rather than having it flat against the wall. So pretty stoked with this area. These blocks here, this is actually where the glass blocks are for the staircase, so that's why I've got the glowstone here. You can cover this if you want to, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can cover it, like if you wanted to do the whole roof down a level, you can, but you can see it brings in a little bit of extra light, which is good, and it keeps it quite open and makes the space look a bit bigger, I think, if you've got the higher ceilings. So that's what I've done here. I was going to have lava flowing from here, or not necessarily flowing, but like a block of lava, and I was trying to build it in, but it was coming out to here, and the jungle wood was too close, so it was setting stuff on fire. It was just causing dramas, so I'm like, nah, that's it, no more lava. I know hubby, he does a lava pit, so if he wants to get rid of stuff, he can just chuck it straight in the lava pit, especially when we've got spawners that we've set up and everything like that for XP farming. But yeah, too hard. I gave up. It was just way too hard. So this is the place. As I said, it's one of my first designs, so I have changed things over the time that I've been doing new houses. Oh, night time. But just let me know what you guys think, if you like it or not. I'll take you on a quick tour outside. Look at all that fabulous snow. So with this one, as I said, it's just the sandstone blocks. I've added just extra ones here just to fill out the space, because you can see it is quite plain. I had some vines, which I'll do now. I had some vines growing on the walls here, but after a while they just take over. They end up everywhere. So they just keep growing and growing and growing. But if you've got any other suggestions for stuff, like any other blocks I should put, or maybe, I don't even know, whether like half slab and do some odd sort of patterns around it, I'm not really sure, but you guys can let me know what you think. Around this side I did the same thing too, because it looked really, really plain, so that's why I've just put this section of jungle wood around. I thought I'd cut it in a little bit here, that's why I haven't put the whole blocks around, just to give it a little bit more dimension. Oh, there's a house there, but it's not done yet, so you can have a sneak peek. And this here, this is why I had the jungle wood, because my chest is right behind it. So you can either build the wall 2 layers out if you wanted to, so you don't have to have that problem, and you don't have to put extra blocks there to kind of decorate it. What did I do again? Yeah, I think it was that. So you can do that if you want to, but as I said, I don't mind random blocks here and there, so that's why I've put it all around here. And I don't mind having the glowstone out here either, because by doing that it lights up the outside area of the house, so it decreases slightly your chances of things spawning around near you. And I've just put some plants here just to make it feel a little bit more homely. I was going to try and set up like a barbecue, like a furnace and barbecue area, but I was having problems with that, so I gave up on that before doing the video. But here's an outdoor table. This is just a normal piston with a redstone torch underneath it, so it pops it up. And then just a stair with, these are actually signs, but they look quite good on this texture pack, or I like them anyway, so I've just given them little armchairs like that. And that is pretty much it, guys. So let me know what you think. I'll just show you above actually before I finish. You can see it's already spreading. So here, this is why I haven't put the blocks over it, because it actually becomes quite dark. Let me get rid of that before I forget which blocks they were. So it still lets in a little bit of light and doesn't look too bad. And, you know, are you going to be up on your roof doing stuff? I know I won't, but if you guys have extra levels, I'm sure you will be going up here quite frequently. So that's all just half slab, just to give it a cleaner, slimmer sort of look, like when you've got a whole lot of blocks, and especially because this is just pretty much a square, it's really quite solid, so it's nice to break it up with random blocks here and there, and then having the half slabbing at the top. If I was to have full blocks, it would look quite thick, so I thought I'd just thin that one out a little bit with the half slabbing, and then I just brought the posts down over here just so it looks like you've got an outdoor covered area. So let me know what you guys think of this video. Hopefully you guys like it and you're liking the series. The feedback so far has been really positive, and thanks to those that have subscribed and commented and liked. Really appreciate it. If you've got any ideas for any other builds you want to see, or any different textures or certain blocks that you want me to build with, certain combinations, let me know. Would love to hear your feedback. As I said, thanks again guys for watching, and I will see you on the next video. See ya!